Are you guys ready to actually see it in action, though? Yeah. Okay, let's do it. So I'm going to introduce on the stage to get set up Armand Ruiz Garbanet, who is first and foremost a data scientist and also the product manager for the data science experience. Armand, welcome. Also, I'm going to have Touraj. Is Touraj around? Okay, there you are, Touraj. I'm going to have, Touraj is actually from Block Power and the Chief Engineering Officer for Block Power. You know, Block Power is a startup based out of New York City that is tasked and has the wonderful vision of being able to help inner city buildings be a lot more energy efficient. And we, from the data science experience and our set of data scientists, have been working with Touraj and his team to be able to help them more efficiently not only operationalize the models that are necessary to be able to help them detect which buildings are the correct buildings to be able to task for energy efficiencies, but to be able to scale out and operationalize that. So Touraj was going to be downstairs at the expo floor with the data science experience booth right after the show, and he will be able to take any questions that you might have in terms of what Block Power does, in terms of how we're using it, and the benefits. And I wanted to introduce him because he is actually here and live with us to be able to show that. So thank you, Touraj, and guys, meet him downstairs. But let's get started on a demo.
Okay, so Ritika first, thank you for inviting me. I'm so excited to bring this product to the market. I'm a data scientist, so I feel the pain of trying to deal with all the tools, all the new information. So from the landing page of the data science experience, there are basically three things. Collaborate with other data scientists, learn from the community, and build your projects. We have what we call the community cards. We have 4 types. We have articles, data sets, notebooks, and tutorials. And they are not only coming from IBM, but they are also coming from the community. There are hundreds of them, and every day we are adding more and more. So what I'm going to do now is create a new notebook. When I create a new notebook, I have different options. I can start from scratch using a Scala, Python, or R, or I can import a notebook that somebody else already worked on. This is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to type the name of the notebook. I'm going to call it Block Power Demo. And in this case, I'm going to import the notebook from GitHub. So there are more than 200,000 Jupyter notebooks available on GitHub, and it's so easy to import it into the experience and start working on them.
Armand, why GitHub? Like, what's so special about GitHub? How many notebooks are in GitHub if that's something that we have to do?
There are around 200,000. Who here is using GitHub for data science?
And that's why, I guess.
It's not only for developers, it's also for data scientists. So this is the notebook that I just imported. This is Jupyter Notebook, like the open source one, but we added a lot of IBM unique capabilities on top of that. So let's start about loading data. So when we load data, if you are more like a beginner, it can take you like 30 minutes trying to find how to connect to the data set and stuff like that. If you are more an expert, you can do it faster. But we have here on the palette a very easy way to create data frames directly from your data. We have CSV files, flat files, and more than 20 data connections. So in one click, I can create the data frame, and I can start working on it. The next step is cleaning data, which is not so much fun. Data scientists spend 80% of the time cleaning data, and we created a library called Sparkling Data that will help you doing this task.
Armand, what other things do data scientists want besides cleaning data? I know that's 80% of the work, but are we going to introduce libraries for other things?
Sure. I mean, this is one of the unique APIs that we are delivering here. We have more machine learning algorithms from SPSS. We have prescriptive, and we have a very cool roadmap coming up of APIs. So after cleaning data, we're going to create 2 models. One is a linear regression to try to predict the energy consumption on different buildings in New York. And then we're using a k-means algorithm to classify the buildings by energy efficiency. So I can see, like, maybe you are asking where all this thing is running. This is running on top of Spark. So when you guys create an account on the data science experience, we set up a Spark cluster for you, and it's free. And you can see here the instance that it is running and all the libraries that are installed in the cluster. Because this is a pretty cool notebook, I'm going to use the sharing capability. So in one click, I can get the URL. And in this case, I'm going to share this notebook so you can explore it afterwards on Twitter. So if you search by the hashtag SparkBizApps, you will find it.
Okay, well, that's sharing, but is there a way to really, can you show me how we collaborate across the data science experience?
Yeah, sure. So data scientists, they don't work alone. We want data scientists working together on the same projects, so we create projects. It's a very nice way to collapse notebooks, object storage files, data connections, and we'll add more artifacts in here. And then I can add different collaborators. In this case, in this project, I have Thomas, I have Carmen. They both have editor access. And I'm going to add a new collaborator into the experience. I'm going to add my friend, Diane. And because I don't trust him so much, I'm going to give him only viewer access.
Poor friend.
Yeah, it's a very nice way to bring people together working on the same project and mixing skills. I have here notebooks with R, with Python. I have TensorFlow for deep learning. So it's a very nice way to mix skills on in the same project. So next, we're announcing a set of partnerships. One of them is with RStudio. So we are bringing the partners right into the experience. We have RStudio here, and we're going to showcase how to create a very nice and beautiful dashboard.
So, Armand, you're not really knowledgeable in R. How are you going to learn?
So we have the Maker palette. In the Maker palette, we are in RStudio environment, and it's going to showcase some of the community cards right here in the content. So we have here Flex Dashboard, which is a very cool RStudio package developed by the CEO of RStudio, so thank you for creating such a nice package. And I don't have to go to the Google and try to find this article maybe by chance. When you're using RStudio right in the experience, you will pop up with this information. So in this case, we create a shiny Flex Dashboard app. It's a bunch of code, but the result is a very beautiful dashboard that can be used by anyone. In this case, in this dashboard, we are showcasing different buildings in the city of New York. I can click in each of them and see the energy consumption and how they relate with the average of energy. The next thing I'm going to showcase here is how to use the linear regression that we created previously in the notebook in the web application. So we have different buildings. We can set up the characteristics of the building, like the number of stories, the square footage, and it's going to predict this model is predicting what is the energy consumption and what is going to be the annual cost. So again, to share this shiny app, it's so simple. We copy-paste the URL, and we can tweet it, and you all have access to it.
Pretty cool, Armand. So taking a look at what we did, can we kind of go through what were the main benefits that the data science experience actually provided?
So first benefit is like how easy it is to learn about what's going on the data science community. So you don't have to go to 10,000 different sites. You come in here, and you see all the information that you need. How to leverage the work that somebody else is doing. You go to GitHub, you copy-paste a Jupyter notebook that you really like, and you can start working on it. How you can scale to big data, and how to deploy the models and create very easy-to-use Shiny applications.
Very cool. What did you guys think?